Hi everybody, sorry for the weird camera angle. I'm just using a bit of a jury rig thing to hold my phone in place while I use two hands so that I can show you what I'm doing at the moment. So I've got this putter here, which you've probably seen but haven't been able to comment on before. It's my little Mizuno blade putter. Just to kind of give you a little bit of an idea, I've discovered a little bit of extra thing about it since I made the video. I've noticed that there is actually in fact an L shaft on this putter. I'm imagining it's probably short for ladies, which is meaning that I've been quite happily using a ladies putter for some time and not minding at all. So that's fine. What this video is about, if I can bring this back in here, is that I've put a new grip on this putter, which is a lambskin grip. And when I took the old one off and put the new one on, it changed the weight in this particular putter, which caused it to lose its sensation. So I was thinking to myself, what can I do to help kind of get that feeling back? One of the things I thought of was to make a counterweight and put that in the shaft of the club, and then thinking that would probably do the trick. And so I went online and discovered to my amusement that they're about $75 to $50 Australian for a little thing that you throw in your golf shaft. And I thought to myself, there's got to be a better way of doing it. So I went down the road after a bit of umming and ahhing and looking at, maybe getting a specifically made one directly from China or something like that. But I couldn't find anything other than buying a whole entire grip, which I didn't really want because I already had the grip. So spoke to a person in there, and what they kind of told me to do is to go down into the bolt aisle and to keep a bit of an eye out for something like this. And they referred to it as a Dynabolt. There's a whole range of different ones. This one here, just to kind of give you a bit of context, is about half a centimeter wide, so about 5 millimeters wide, and about, I think they said it's about 5 centimeters, I can't remember exactly what it is. There, I haven't weighed it, so I don't know how much it is. So I'll just do that for you now. For that to go to zero, this one weighs 40 grams. I'll get to these in a minute, but you put about 3 of those on, and what do you know, there's about 50 grams. If that's reading clearly, I don't know. I'll just go in there. Yep, so 50 grams for those 4 things, and just to kind of add all that together, that came out to $6. So rather than spending $50, plus eBay will probably charge you for postage and all that kind of stuff as well, I got everything local, and whenever I needed it, just buy that. Just to kind of show you how this works, what I'm doing here is I'm just taking off this little screw at the bottom here. So that comes off. This part here sits on loosely, it comes off, and then what you're left with is this bolt here, and it's got a little bit of a ledge. Just see if I can get that on camera for you. And getting one of these rubber seals, put it on there. Now you can, if you wanted to, put a washer on there just to kind of expand that and make it a little bit larger, and then that just sits in flush like that. Put another one on like that, put another one on like that, and then put another one on like that. And then what you do, you don't actually need this part here. Set that aside, and then you put this particular thing on. I like to put it with, there's a bit of the way that this bolt is manufactured. Let's see if I can kind of get it to show there. It can't. It looks a little bit like a bullet. So I put the snub end down in there like that, and what that does is that will come down, and you notice it's got those grips in there. And so that when you kind of screwing it down, hopefully at some point it'll start to work its way into this particular rubber here, and then slowly start to expand it. Don't know if it's going to pick that up on camera or not, but you may actually notice that the one down the bottom is actually bigger than the ones kind of down this end here. So this particular nozzle part here, it actually sits out. So the idea here is you just basically put that down into the golf shaft. You've got this expanded just a little bit so that it will catch at the inside of the thing, and then from the top here you got a nice big piece of Phillips head screwdriver to work with, and then you just basically screw that down, and that will cause the friction down the end where the washer is will cause the bolt to catch and cause everything to kind of tighten up, and then cause it to all kind of catch on the inside of the golf shaft. So that's the general principle. The other thing as well that I'll do when I put this into the shaft is I'll actually put a piece of string around the outside here. It'll just come out. That way when I've loosened everything off, I can just pull that and it'll give me something to use this ledge in my favor when I'm trying to pull this back out again, just in case it's kind of wedged in there or kind of attached itself to the inside of the shaft. So that's what I kind of came up with. That was my solution. The other thing that I'll also mention is this is just this is version 2. Just to kind of run you through that one, the original thing, and what I've actually got in the putter behind me, or behind the that way, is I've actually still got this shim sitting on the outside of the actual bolt, and I've put this tape and I've wrapped it around the outside like that. I haven't weighed it or anything like that, so I don't know how much the one inside there weighs. And I've made it so that it sits flush with the inside of the putter shaft. And then because this is metal and it's actually designed, that's part of the reason why the bolt is shaped in that way. It's actually designed to kind of split open and kind of do that. But because it's metal, I don't want it to kind of hold its position, get wedged and jammed inside the actual putter shaft. I only gave it a very, very, very minor tweak. So just to kind of give you a bit of an idea, I'll make it nice and flush so that it's obvious on camera. So that's nice and plumb from what I'm looking at. And I just basically gave it like a tweak, like that much, so like that kind of a little twist, just to kind of, probably even less than that, just to kind of wedge it in and just kind of give it a little bit of a chance to kind of hold and things like that. And then when I take the bolt back out again, I'll be able to just kind of pull that out and it'll hopefully come out fairly easily. I don't have a string sitting underneath the this particular edge here, so it's probably going to take maybe a little bit of a screwdriver or a bit of creative, maybe just kind of, anyway, I'll figure it out when I have to. But anyway, I thought someone might be interested in that, just to kind of give you an idea. I don't know if I've said it, but to get a 50 gram weight off eBay is $50 plus anything, postage or anything like that, I don't know. Also, what I spent was basically $2 on the bolt and $4 on the rubber, and I've got some left over, and theoretically if I wanted to, I could in fact actually just only use 3, save those for another one. And so $2 worth of that, $2 worth of rubber, and I've got a counterweight that'll go into my club head for about $4 instead of 50, and that's going to save me a little bit of money that I can use on other elements of my golf, such as maybe probably almost buy a brand new wedge for $50 as part of a set of 3 for $150. Anyway, but that's just a little bit of an idea. I hope it's helpful. If anybody's got any comments on the putter, that would be great. I'm going to leave the ability to comment on this particular video, but always just be respectful, please. Other people, we don't know who they are, might be reading the comments, and also it's nice to be nice. So I'll look forward to speaking with you shortly. I'm going to upload, I've got a set of golf clubs I'd like to upload, and also I've got quite a few putters I'd like to run through with you as well, and it's going to be coming in the next little while. So I've already been trying to film them, but I've been failing. So anyway, for now, thanks very much for your time, and Hopefully you'll come back and take another look at some interesting putters in the next few weeks. Bye for now.